That's going to happen. I've seen him do it. I know it can work. The problem is when they get slowed down, when people put the stop to them, then that becomes a little bit complicated. They struggle to find solutions.
Well, it's going to be big on the CT side. They've got utility in their back pockets, Tizian and Tabson. They've got a couple of flashes, a few nades in there, and a smoke in the hands of Tabson, who's got himself a headshot as well.
Taking a look at Big starting it out with that kill. They're actually going in for more aggression. Tabson on the nade, finds one, looks up towards top mid for another, but cannot land it. On the back of that, they're just going to fall off. A man advantage is good enough for them in a 4 versus 3. With Spirit regaining bomb control, 2 players towards the top of middle. They've got options open to them, but with Magic's on 2 HP, their windows of opportunity are starting to close up, and it's getting claustrophobic as they're trying to get out of middle with a little bit of short control. Idis balance, though, can't find it.
Tizian and Tabson make their way through the double doors, and finally action on towards the A-bomb site. Smooya looking to try and pick them up, but not landing the headshots, not getting it done. And now Tizian moves through it, bomb planted, good kill. Magic's able to pick it up. Smooya comes in with a headshot, and it's all on Sumdai Young, looking to try and get it done. 1v3, he finds a headshot on towards the car, but the utility goes up into the air. The flash, not quite connecting, but he's still alive, still kicking. Trying to play the time, letting them come close. He's still alive, but Next finally puts a bullet in the brain, and it'll be a pistol pickup for Big.
That's become even more prominent recently, and I see a scout bought up by Chopperish immediately. Or Chopper, just plain and simple. He's gotten rid of the ish.
Well, Chopper's actually a really interesting talking point when it comes to team spirit, right? Coming into this roster.
Yeah, Smoothie's going to be a pivotal player. He doesn't actually spot them coming up short, but backs off anyways. Could be for the better. It just means the info doesn't go towards them. Still, though, Big are pushing through tunnels. And coming up behind, another tag for Idis Balance. Without any armor, he's quickly dispatched by the SMGs. But he's done enough now to bring that fight into their favor, prompting Big to rotate back over towards the B bomb site and maintain tunnels control. Spirit are now open to push the A bomb site with just 1 player in position. Smooya, as discussed previously with the M4, Magix gets caught on the cross now. Smooya can go up, and 1 low HP player there as well. Murr's in a lot of danger.
Well, Smooya back on the ramp, smoke up in his face. He will try and do some more work. He's already done enough, but needs to drop the bomb, and there it is. The bomb on the floor, and Terrace cleans it up as well. Really solid start from Big. They get rid of that force buy.
They're looking towards long early on. Flashes coming over. Zantares peeks out at just the wrong moment. And that's long control going to Spirit, even trying to force a fight afterwards down in pit. Chopper's getting some good damage out and finds it on Tabson. There's an opening duel and significant map control for the terrorists.
Well, smoke on towards the A-bomb side. Flash ready to go around the corner. Team Spirit are sending most of their troops in towards long. They have 1 in the lower tunnels, but the main attention has to be drawn in towards this long spot. Zantares does well to pick up Mir, and he did find 1 before falling, and an advantage is on this T side. 30 seconds in play. Zantares will get rid of Chopper, and we're into 3 versus 3. 25 seconds. Sumdai Young finally strikes from his position on the other end of the map, but Magic's the youngster stepping up with 2 great kills. Team Spirit finally post their first.
Then over on the Big side, they had the 3 players on A. Not much they could do because they lost long control. They didn't re-seize it. They didn't use their utility to get back out there, as limited as it was towards the end of the round. And with that, you never know where Spirit are going to strike.
Nothing too impactful coming off the back of it. Flash up into the air, taps him with the headshot. Sumdai Young finished off with the rest of the forces from Team Spirit making their way through, and Chopper has just picked up 2 great kills in towards CT spawn. It does leave Big having to fight with a man deficit, but Zantares has pushed all the way through long. This is so much info. Now they have to rely on Smooya to be able to hold them off. Good Molotov will keep them at bay for the meantime. That buys a few more seconds for Zantares to get into position. But he's gone through mid instead of T-spawn. Chopper's aware of the possibility. You can see him looking back in towards T-spawn and Zantares. He has to be aware of this. He has to be careful. And Chopper takes his head off. Too much off the top.
Not what he was looking for. Well, what do you do if you get your hair cut and they take off too much and they say, is it good? You're like, no. How are you going to fix that?
It's always that awkward little yes, right?
Yeah, well, there's not much that can be done about it now. You're going to give me, like, extensions?
Put some back up on the top, take some off the floor.
Just glue it. It'll work perfectly.
I have to say, Mitch, loving what you're doing with your head today. Slicking it back.
Oh, thank you.
Well, Smooya is a very slick player. We'll see if he can get it done. Scoped in towards the tunnels. He's picked up Chopper, overrun though by Idis Balance. And Idis Balance is one of those stars. They're one of these players that have been brought into this Team Spirit roster that's added so much extra firepower. You can see it delivering here as they take the B-bomb site. They'll let the time tick. Tabson, too far gone.
These guys have got a lot of money in their back pocket. They can drop over, no problem. Although, Idis Balance probably doesn't want to drop over, keep the money stacked on the Opper. Tizian, again, going towards that B bomb site with the Krieg in hand. It's going to help him out a lot on that hold. Zantares gets tagged for a second time coming out long, but luckily this time, it's not for the 100 HP.
Yeah, now Tabson's going to have a go. Flash is good. Tabson swings wide. They're relentless in the aggression, but Magic deals with it. A really solid kill to come in on the young player. I believe his name is Boris. It's not a name the UK are too fond of, it seems, on social media. But we'll avoid getting any further in that. Idis Balance in the pit. Looks up on towards the site. Scope ready to try and drop another player, perhaps even on the spot. As Team Spirit starting to make their way forward. Molotov clears the back of the car. Very methodical take of long from Team Spirit. Seems like they do want to finish on the A bomb site. They have a player up on short, already pushed through. Santera is ready with the Molotov. Smoke up, double smoke in to finish off the full wall of smokes. Of course, the problem is it's so wide, Mitch, that you need to use 2 pieces of utility just to cover off that cross in towards CT. Santera's just going to boost next up on top to see what's going on. Doesn't see anything just yet. 40 seconds left, and they start to come on through. He's blinded. Next can't see anything just yet. Magic's hides in the corner, manages to pick up one more. Magic spraying away. Will take down Next as well, but finally Smooya stepping into things. He posted an incredible rating yesterday in their only match that they played, putting him as the top-rated player in the tournament so far, but it's not enough, it seems, in this round, as he's been finished off by Mir, leaving Tizian into the 1 versus 3.
Finishing this round, before the money even comes in, you're above 10k on 3 players. So like these 2 kills that Big are finding every single time that they're losing a round, it's nothing, it's inconsequential.
He was a large part of that, right? He was the player that was stepping up. But finally, there's the double up setup you were talking about, right? Tabson's pulled it out finally. Perhaps starting to feel the pressure, and immediately it's finding success. Tabson with the opening kill on towards Mir, but Magix looks to trade it back, and he's done so effectively as he continues to move forward. He wants the pit position as well, and Santera's not expecting that at all.
All right, so who is this and what have they done with Magix? This is he's been entering on long on Dust 2. This is not the role that he came into this team to play. He's been support for the longest of times. He's the one that doesn't take armor on the pistol round. But look, they're being returned on. Tabson there with a second kill on the AWP and Smoo in with another. We said the double op setup a couple rounds ago could have been the thing that changed things over into their favor, and it certainly seems to be the thing that's helping Big right here. With a man advantage and extended further as Smooya hits another shot onto Idis Balance. Chopper is now all alone. He's got the bomb at least and access towards the B bomb site. This could be a mistake from Big. If you're forced to retake onto B,
a jump across. I think he will certainly do that. I think slow peeking this is pretty dumb. So he'll cross, he'll get across safely. Now he just needs to confirm the cash for the team at least moving forward. Not that they're lacking any of it, but he wants to win the clutch.
He thinks
they'll tap, they're not coming forward. And well, he did think they were close indeed. That has wasted a few seconds, but still, they were so far away that it doesn't even matter. He'll stay on the platform, using the box as cover as the player re-enters through the tunnels. Chopper will just sit back and wait for them to try and come back through the doors, but this is going to be well calculated from Big. They don't want to throw this one away. They can't afford to let it slip, but Tabson has fallen. And now getting back into the B-bomb site is so crucial. Tizian hits the headshot. He's done it. 4 on the board for Big.
That was scary because they had no flashes to work with, no smokes, just a frag grenade and a Molotov going in for that 3 versus 1 retake. That's what I'm saying. In that situation, it can very quickly turn into Chopper's favor. And this again, Magic's every round that dude has been running out long, and like an animal, he's succeeding. What is he at right now? 13 kills? This is dangerous. This is not what we wanted to see. Tizian's still set up for support, so Tabson going in there. I mean, sure, if Tizian's there to flash him in, but it looked like the communication wasn't there on what the strategy was.
If Tizian's with him as they're pushing through, the trade comes in immediately.
Yeah, sure. He flashes in, then Tabson pushes, and then maybe even a trade further, but you can see the position he was in. He was ready for Tabson to take a shot, and then the flash goes through as they push tunnels, not as Tabson pushes tunnels.
25 seconds. Team Spirit have got to go, and they're going through catwalk. Smooya, it's time for you to shine. Flash up into the air. Op picked up as he looks back in. The rest of Team Spirit coming through. 15 seconds. Smooya could just deny it all. He misses the first shot. I don't even think he took it. Finally, he will hit the shot. Looking for more on catwalk, and he's got that as well. He hears the digits being punched in as he wants to deny, but he cannot do it. He lands the shot, but not enough damage, and Big cannot put the numbers on the board. Team Spirit still not picking up the kill. He'll just hold this position down. Doesn't want to overextend, but Zantares, he's under pressure. Can he deal with it? Of course he can for 2. Can he get a third? He was close to doing so, but unfortunately cannot line up the third player. But enough has been done to keep it even. Chopper still making his way up. He was aware of the position close by, but this time Tizian swings wide. He gets one, but Idis bounces there on the trade. They spot the bomb in that peak as well, so important information picked up for Big. But look at Chopper, still so sneaky up in towards the A-bomb site.
Good communication from Chopper to tell his teammates on long there's more than likely a player there, because he wasn't seeing anyone on the side, anyone around car, so he knows at that point, okay, more than likely there's going to be a dude in position. This is unfortunate, but the bomb is picked up. Okay, it's thrown across. The only thing here is that it communicates to the other team that the bomb is on the site, but they get that info in about 2 seconds afterwards anyways. Now Chopper tucked in on the bomb site. He's got one coming from short and one right below with the AWP. Does Smoothie go in for the jump shot again? He wasn't successful last time, got the tag, but no kill.
I think he's more just trying to find this kill off towards long, first of all, before attempting any heroics. He will move forward, and there's the kill. Now it's only Chopper, the in-game leader, looking to try and take off their heads. Information gathered on his exact whereabouts, but Smooya attempting it time and time again, but the time is ticking, and he will eventually get it. Smooya pulls off the kill, but there's no time for the defuse. He's got to flee the scene. It's going to be a 10-4 scoreline. Team Spirit hit double figures, and it's gone every time.
He's taking a risky play. It's like rolling a roulette wheel. I need to deal with the player that's actually coming for me from short. And if I die to Smooya, I die to Smooya. You just have to deal with it in that sense. He takes the good gamble. And Smooya had good information because of the one smoke. He knew there was a player on long right after. For Big, that's already the case, as they've had to fully invest into it. Tizian on an SMG, and even a scout making an appearance. As the push comes out on long, though, those weaker weapons still winning, as the one of the few M4s that's in play finds a frag.
His balance goes through the mid doors, scope up in towards the window. They still have to try and source this trade kill, and they might just get that opportunity in a few seconds towards the CT spawn. Moving forward, I just balance the patience. Oh, he unscopes. Molotov going to go in though, and he will get a chance, and he will eventually drop tabs in. So it's back into a 4v4, back to even odds once more.
Tabson wasn't happy about that one. He looked a little bit cut off. And the smoke coming down. Oh, this is very aggressive from Tizian. He's got an SMG, close range fight, but he finds it. And down goes Murr. Mid control goes to Big, but the push is coming in on the B bomb site.
Well, one kill from the MP9, a scout picking up one as well. It's all an Idis balance. Can Big hit their 5th to end the half? It would be something. It's not a great half already, but 5 is better than 4, and well, it will be a 10-5 half. Team Spirit dominate on the T side. We'll see if Big can bounce back in the second half. Well, his balance picking up the double flash and the kit. The rest of Kevlar, and Sumdayoung looks to hold on as Big start to put pressure in towards this side of the map. Headshot comes through from Sumdayoung. The initial hold is perfect as they find 2, but finally Smooya will draw blood for Big, and a follow-up coming in as well from Smooya. 3v3. And now they can just slow the play down. Big can start to relocate. They want to go in towards the B bomb site, which certainly would be the wrong call at this point because everyone is there on the CT side. Big have made the right call. They're running back. They've bamboozled Team Spirit, and they go back in towards T spawn. Chopper might just spot them crossing. He does. He sees them in T spawn. He tries to do damage. It's not coming through just yet. Chopper's going to try and seize control as they run up middle quickly. This could be a problem for Big as they are not under pressure from this push up middle.
They are indeed. Big on the rotate over. They're going to be able to make it to the B bomb site. No, maybe not in time. The A bomb site even. As Magix picks them off on the cross. I thought the Spirit were going to be a little bit slower coming up through short, but not quite. Now Tabson's got a rough situation to recover. Long range fight versus the USP. Never going to be favorable. Trying to close in the distance here with the Glock in hand. Failing to land the shots initially, and here's the second player down below. He's checking for it though. Has the information, but unfortunately he's outnumbered. And the bomb dropped. They knew exactly where he was coming to.
Yeah, I like the call from Biggs, you know, the decision to fall back, but then, well, Smooya towards T-spawn, scared to raise his head again. Doesn't want the kill with the MP9. Looking to hold down. It's going to be 1 kill. Magic's able to pick it up. Centerra's finding success. Magic's just rattling them away. He will start to throw the nade on in towards Longhouse, but they can't. Yeah. it doesn't quite reach the intended mark, so it does come back, do a little bit of damage to him, but he's come up better. He's found himself 3 and immediately stopped any chance of Big winning this round. It's
a 2v5. Smoothie's got no armor either. He glass cannoned, and it's not ideal when your whole team gets just torn apart. So in a 12-5, and for Spirit at this point, it should be a fairly clean round. You lose maybe 1 or 2 players, but the fact that you've got the bomb means you're not even that worried about them going B, them splitting you.
Yeah.
They have to go back in towards long where all your players are sat down. Smoothie takes the peak, but again, no armor to play with. He's instantly screwed in that fight.
Yeah, the situation here for Big is the bomb is immediately lost, right? You have to try and engineer a way to recover that, and then find a way to get the bomb on towards the site. And in that way, finding quite a bit of success off the back of him, but his balance up on short. He'll find himself the head of Tabson that just gets torn off his shoulders. Man advantage in play for Team Spirit. Santera's smoke available. He's going to use that for the CC cross. Well, at least he was thinking about it, but he's back to the rifle and back to the smoke. Indecisive.
The man can change his mind. For Spirit at the moment, look at this. They're just being pincered in, Big, making their way all the way through middle. There's no one in tunnels, though, and freedom for Mur to peek out. But he only gets one before falling. And Big finally in the lead. Then the man advantage anyways.
Oh, nice shot from Midas Bounce, but he's dropped by Xanteras. And yes, this is looking like a big round on the board. Unless Magix, who's been on another level, pulls this off. I mean, Xanteras is 19 HP. Magix has a nade, so this could be a problem. He doesn't use it quite for the right position. A little bit too far off of Xanteras' position. And while the headshot is through, I called out Xanteras in the previous round, and while he certainly delivered in this one.
And they're beautiful. We have a worse pair of those even, and we probably couldn't hear anything.
Yeah.
This is it's an unsatisfactory round for Spirit, but they can throw Big a bone every now and then. They're not going to be too worried at this point. They've got such a hefty lead. For Spirit, they've got a 2-3 hold. Nobody down towards middle, but they can expand one of their B players into that position. I Just Balance design goal is so strong. Usually you'll take that one pick and fall away, but I Just Balance, he's confident enough just to stay in that position. Now there's a man advantage to play with for Team Spirit. There's no trade from Big, no attempt at it either. Molotov in towards CT. That's going to force Chopper into the smoke, and he's going to play with this and try and catch a timing using this sound to his advantage, but that's a way to get the trade. Taps him right through the smoke, knows the lineup for the headshot angle on the box, and is able to take himself a kill right through the smoke. That's Rune Spirit's setup. They had Some Young looking down from the doors. As soon as he took contact, that's when Chopper was swinging out through the smoke to help with the fight, because they'd be looking up at the doors. He comes behind them. No longer the case, though, as Spirit have to dedicate another player over towards B so that they can effectively hold down mid and tunnels. And the aggression from Magix, it gets him 2. Down to a 3 versus 2. Man advantage now to play with for the CT side, but they still don't know where those remaining players are. It doesn't matter, because Idis Balance has dropped the bomb, leaving Xanteras all alone in a 1v3. Attempting to pick it up. You called him out last round and he delivered a 3K. He's got to do it again, though. This time, alone. 20 seconds left. 1v3. Headshot picked up on towards Chopper. 2 more to find. 12 seconds to go. Idis Balance will pick it up. And Xanteras will fall. Mitch making fun of my voice crack. And we're not looking too happy over on the big side. Not too surprising either, considering where they're at in life right now. Having to get themselves the Rifles, second best team in Germany on the stage over there. Tabson's going to slap me after this game for saying that. No, nobody tell him, please. Looking for a pick. Idis Balance in towards lower tunnels. He'll look to pick up Nex as he moves forward. Next, just patiently waiting for it, and there's the kill. Opening for Big to play with. They need everything they can get. The advantage was not quite there in terms of weaponry, but perhaps in manpower, they certainly have that now. So they're going to start making their way forward in towards the A-bomb side. Bit of a gap to play with, and Magix looking to try and connect on towards Xanteras, which he does stellar. And it will be 2 kills. Tizian falling, and Magix is still alive, still kicking, and he wants even more. They have a smoke on Nex, but he's over towards B, so they couldn't get the second one down. This is a disaster for Big. They could have had a really favorable round. With the bomb planted, though, Spirit are sure to still go for it. Chopper has just cleared out tunnels. Now as they move through middle, they know that they can get on the shore. This is costing them a couple of seconds, but they've still got time to go for it. With 3 kits in play, it should be no problem. It grants them those extra couple of seconds to mess around. Flash on short, it's cleared as well. Now they know most of the players are going to be either on the site or towards long. Good flash stops Tabson from peeking and goes in for the heads. They're pushing through the smoke as well, but not looking towards him. And good pickup by Tabson. Oh yeah, great kills from Tabson, but it's all on Smooya. 1 versus 2. He finds the first kill and now needs more. It's all on the mirror inside of the site, but the time is ticking, and Smooya, has he done it again? He has indeed. Big is, of course, important, but they can no longer make any mistakes. It has to be flawless just to pull it to overtime. Yeah, the thing here, you want to make sure 100% that you're sure what Spirit are buying up, where their money is at. It can be hard to track when you get 6, 7 rounds into a game, or into a half. For Big at the moment,
Big, are they going to go for the exact same strategy? Indeed they are. B push coming through. This time there's Molotov. This time somebody is ready with a rifle. He'll only manage 1 kill and it's on to Tabson. A player that's delivered so much impact for them in previous rounds, that's kept them alive in this game so far. And well, 4v4, Big have the B bomb site. This retake is very difficult for Team Spirit.
they've got the utility to work with at least only the 1 flash which could come over from Mur. That should signal the push beginning. Magic's already in there. He's not able to find anything. They were too slow in popping that flash over for him. And now into 3 versus 4, you can see they immediately decide to save. I feel like the flash needs to go in while he's still alive so he can do something instead of...
This time they only lose 1 player, and once you take that B-bomb site, it's so difficult to get back when you're a CT player. So you can see Team Spirit...
Shot on the cross onto Iodis Balance. That's certainly going to make it a little bit easier. Smooya powering up the T side as they move in towards B. What a surprise. Yet again.
3 players in this position. This is not going to be a favorable fight for him. He does land 1 shot, but no death coming in the way of the CT players. This is going to be difficult for Big to deal with. Smooya under pressure. He deals with the first kill well. Pistol available. Low HP on Magix, but somehow it still doesn't get the kill. Magix picks him up with a FAMAS. Mir dealt with Tabson. Important headshots coming in. And Big still surviving, still kicking. You know, the double up setup, it's too much of an investment with them being so low. The map that Big have decided to pick.
Well, I was hoping that they would be able to put up a fight here, but to be honest, it wasn't looking likely. I didn't feel it.
Yeah, I've got the players on Big just starting to make their way through. Smooya's the front man. They've used him as the opening player pretty much every time, but Magic strikes. How does Smooya hit that? That is unbelievable. And Chopper, he'll manage 1. Tizian able to trade back, and it's a 4 versus 3. Iodis Balance needs to deliver, and he has on towards Tizian. He's still alive. Next is taking damage. Another kill coming in from Mir, but Tabson on the up. We know he's proficient with the weapon. It's a 2v2 as they start to go in towards the A bomb site. Samdayung catches the bomb. It's all on Xantares. A 1v2, and Samdayung delivers 16-11. Team Spirit.
They're ready to split in on him, so Samdayung should be backing off at this point, finding himself a more passive angle and goes up towards Heaven. Looking for Tabson, but up on top of the railings, he's got the better angle.
Certainly does, and Samdayung is overrun by Tabson. Kill comes in pretty quickly, and finally a first blood drawn, but Mir's pushed all the way through lobby. This could be a perfect kill towards Tizian, but he turns around and he finds himself a headshot. Tizian, the right read, the 6th sense, but Iodis Balance finally drawing something back for Team Spirit, but they've got so much more to do. Magic's on 4 HP, starts to go through the lower ends of hell. Up towards the top of the ladders, and Terra's head taking off. Smooya able to find 1 on the P250 as Magix just sits here on 4 HP. 3 versus 1, it's not doable. Most likely here for Magix, he'll go back up using the cover of the generators, but Smooya just wants to drop him. 1 bullet would be enough to get rid of Magix, but of course the same if you land the headshot from Magix here, so Smooya doesn't really want to take that fight, instead lets Magix run up towards Heaven where Tabson might just fall, and finally he is dealt with. The pistol pickup is in with Big, and they need a good start here on the second map.
4 Galils and an AK, so they want to use the range to their advantage, but they don't get much of a choice here as Samdayung catches him from above, but caught on the Molotov. He wasn't long for this world.
Yeah, Tabson with 1. Mir able to step up, and more is needed. Chopper will find 1 on the 5-7. A headshot on towards Tizian has been dealt. And wow, it's just another great shot from Iodis Balance. This is not the way Big would have wanted this to go. A Galil and an AK is what they have to play with, and Smooya rattle away. A 2nd kill through, so he's put it within touching distance. It's now doable for Nex. 1 versus 2. The first picked up. Now the ball needs to be recovered. 60 HP, but Magix. He'll swing wide. The SMG too strong.
Coming towards outside, those smokes are all necessary as they start to cross over. No, they're just going for the fights, and that's not worked out too well.
Well, Nex heads toward the lower B bomb site. Nex will start to clear that no one is here. Secret Stairs is being watched by Iodis Balance a little bit further on with the AWP. So if he is to walk around that corner, he would be met with a nasty surprise. I think Nexus is going to come back up and turn his attentions in towards Min instead. Tizian in the lobby, starting to make his way through. Just holding on in case there's any aggression coming in from Team Spirit, but it's not happening at all. Next just in position now. Big comes down to the mid-round, right? You've got the positions you want at this point. He's still got quite a bit of utility in terms of one smoke and a flash on Tabson. Tizian also just used up his smoke. The smoke's come through. It's an execute in from Big. Next being ready to be called into action. With 50 seconds left, eventually Big have got to go for this. And his bounce might just be the player to start things off. There's a good kill. Next finished off, and now the rest of the push coming in towards the ramp room. They want to go for a B split, but they've lost the brawn of Next, and they've lost everyone else. Chopper lines up.
Still a very prominent weapon when it comes to those ranged duels. And immediately in here with a faster play towards A.
A very swift play from Big is the call. Young cannot get anything done with the Mag 7, but still his teammates are good enough to stand tall. 4v3, a man advantage for Team Spirit to play with. Big trying to pull this back. Molotov up towards Heaven. That should confirm a little bit more time, or buy them slightly more time, but it doesn't quite land. Unfortunately, it looked like it just went down the ladder, which is the worst possible position for it to go, as Next will plant on the safe side of the cylinders as he goes back in towards mid. Smooya on the outside, still lurking. Good kill, some tabs and 2 on the trot, and Smooya will back him up. It's all an Idis balance, and he starts to realize winning this is rather impossible. Smooya spotted him. Idis balance is running back up towards Heaven, doing everything in his power just to keep this up into the next. It's not going to be easy for him to do so, but he spots Smooya. Good goal picked up, pulls his knife for some reason as he re-enters the bomb site and taps in.
A messy attack.
Yeah, the problem for Big was in the first map as well was the fact they got off to such a slow start in their first half. But Smooya certainly not slow in the starting of round number 8. He gets the opening kill.
A man to the good, as Team Spirit are looking to pull that all the way back. Make it a man to the bad for Big. And they do it successfully with Idis balance down below in Secret, taking down Tabson. Big look to react by taking ramp control. Magix hears them. They're stampeding towards him and just drops the smoke and bails towards the bottom of the ramp. But Big want control of Heaven, and they'll be taking it whether you like it or not. Chopper has to back off after that initial kill, knowing he can be peeked from 3 different angles. He wants to limit those as much as possible. Still harassing them. No, they don't seem to be aware of his position, and he picks another for free.
An advantage on Team Spirit to play with. And you did bring it up, the fact that, yes, they won one round, but they need to make it a consistent factor. And this might just be the end of that consistent factor unless Nex can step up, and he has done so on that first kill, but needs more. As he moves back in, he's got Tizian wrapping from Heaven. They can play in tandem, but the peak comes in perfectly in towards Tizian, but Nex lands the headshot. Magix comes up the ladder, but now they know who he is. Mig comes through, and Nex seals the deal. A quad kill from Nex. The slam dunk to finish it off.
Finished the previous map 10 for 20, so he's consistent at least. But this time, stepping it up with that big performance in the clutch right there, the 3 kills to win out the round, and at no more of an important time could that have come through. On a 5-3 scoreline, Big were at danger, or in danger, of losing their control over this. Still are, but...
And, well, Team Spirit... Yeah, I've got Chopper in the lower bomb site. He's the only man that can really cause problems, because Magix has just been finished off. Chopper here with the MP9. Santero's right above him. The bomb spotted, the head picked off, and the bomb actually, luckily, fell to the feet of Chopper. This position should be dealt with quickly by Big. They cannot waste time with this spot. They have Molotovs available, and finally they will use it up, but it doesn't go in the right direction. It doesn't go far enough, and Chopper's just still chilling here. A lot of kills going on elsewhere. But Chopper's just hiding behind this box. Finally, he has to be dealt with, surely, at this point. He's still fighting, and there it is. The kill finally comes into Chopper.
We've double smoked.
They've just
very good. Yeah,
that's definitely a problem in the Big communication. They've just smoked his hip position, but it works. Yep, he just has out his balance looking at it, wondering. He's confused as well. Stares at it, taps and gets the chance to take him away. Next level strategy from Big, but an advantage coming in as they head towards the ramp room.
Maybe we'll see more of it in the future. The teams will start picking this up.
Maybe. 30 seconds left though. Big want to hit the lower bomb site. Taps and swings wide. A chance to pick up the kill, but Magix is doing well. And now they're running over the top of him. He wants to pick this up, and it's a good kill. Tizian picks up one on towards him. A 3v4, 18 seconds left. The bomb plant needs to start coming through. Mir's close by, and he's still a problem, along with the 2 players available towards the double door. Mir goes in towards the vent, and they're looking to play the retake instead of the denial. Still, that is a bit of a problem. They have the man deficit, and Big just holding on. They just need to waste the time. They've got good post-plant positions as well. Young in the control room, no one presenting themselves. The player you would want to see is Xanteras on 6 HP.
All right, let's leave. Let's get out of here. There's no point just throwing these weapons away. Big had the information on where their opponents were.
It may just be a next level strategy, Mitch. But finally, they do it well this time.
Even with the Molotov, those smokes work fairly well. The gap isn't huge.
Oh, no.
That was a team flash as well.
Tamsin was just completely blinded by it as he moved through. He was kind of caught in no man's land. Zanteres, though, has got up towards heaven. They may not be expecting this. He spots him, but he doesn't want to take the shot. He knows that he would be in an unfavorable position if they knew he was there and they got behind that wall quickly, but he spots Chopper. This will be a kill. Surely!
Oh my God.
No, Zanteres, the trigger discipline. It was slightly too much and he cannot take the kill. Chopper drops him quickly enough, and that's a frustrating one to lose. Zanteres was in a prime position. He was the linchpin in this big attack in round number 12.
He looks like someone's just stolen his ice cream, to be honest. Like, someone
That's
just
only
slapped it out of his hand, like a full cone just on the ground.
That, I mean, it would be you that would come up with the worst thing imaginable as someone stealing your ice cream. But next, moving forward, going to try and get revenge for his fallen teammate, and he's successful in doing so. Headshot connects on towards Chopper. Man advantage on the CT side. Next is naded up towards heaven, but Tizian, he's wrapping. He's in behind. Mio is burning, but he's still a kill. Sumda Young cannot pick it up, and 3 kills came in from Big. So quickly, one after another, and it's all on Magic's. A 1 versus 3 with the M4A1S.
Does he go for this with that money? I don't feel like he does. 1v3, they don't know how much damage was done. Okay, Tizian's low, that call's definitely going to be there. He was hit with an XM up close. I don't know if they have a read on how low Nex is, and it's not even significant enough that if you knew that HP, you'd go for it. AWP safe, but no, he's not going to get away with it as Tizian.
Well, Big make their way through. They want to drop in towards the vents, and they've done that successfully. It's a headshot, Smooya gone. Man advantage to play with now over on Team Spirit.
Leave the ramp completely open. We're Bigger about to move down through. I mean, Tizian is already down on the B-bomb site. He's been spotted now by Magix and no support there. No one able to trade. The other big players were still sat outside A. That's a little bit disappointing. And then the call there, obviously, for him to go in a flank. But with the window's not broken, he has to make noise, and immediately then they're looking at him. Oh, Sumda Young's fine where he is from that molly.
Oh, I just balance. Up in heaven, it's going to be Sumda Young picking up a kill. I just bounce getting another. And Sumda Young has backup from his teammates. I like the discipline from him. He doesn't overextend. That's the last round of the first half. Huge gap in the smoke to play with here from Mir, but he doesn't quite capitalize. Instead, it's I just balance who picks up the initial kill. And Big start to send players over in towards these smokes. Mir checking on through.
Looking for something to work for him as he moves out, though, caught off by Nex, who was just stood out in the middle of long, or outside. Why not? They caught him off guard, certainly with that angle. He was waiting for the peak to come through, suspected him to be in the corner. And a 4 versus 4 to play out. Big recovering from that earlier pick found by Idis Balance as they now move down through Secret. Tizian finds one. I think that's up towards the A bomb site, leaving Spirit unaware that the B is about to be taken, if it even is. Looks like they're going to split up through the vents. Keeping their options open, but hopefully not spreading themselves too thin. They know Idis Balance is lurking around on an AWP, and you don't want to be losing a player here. Tizian, though, just feeds him one.
Back to even odds again in equilibrium. 3v3. Smooya holding in from the control room. We've got some terrorists at the double door, and he's been finished off. Magix finds the bomb, throws a Molotov. Was meant to land on top of it, but instead on top of the rafter. Nex needs to spring into action. Idis Balance picks off Smooya, so it's now Nex again. In a 1v3, he nearly catches Idis Balance looking the wrong way, but the
will help him recover it a little bit. We certainly hope something changes for Big as they hold down towards ramp. Team Spirit rush in, but they lose one player. The flashbang's really slowing them down, and great utility usage from Tizian, granting his teammates 3 kills.
Well, Mio and Chopper left alone. This is perfect from Big. Mio and Chopper have so much to do as they run back in towards the site. Tamsin spotting, and it will be Nex who takes the kill. Tamsin finishes it off. As they want to put a little bit of pressure also in towards the ramp from Zanteres. And an off-angle should be able to pick off one and potentially just fall back. But the timing he goes back, and that's a problem. He was in a perfect position, and then he just looks away. Zanteres is having one of the most uncomfortable games. I feel so bad for him. Sumda Young will find a headshot. Smooya on the MP9. And this is looking good for Team Spirit on the Deagles. They've got the opening, they've got the follow-up, and they've got the advantage. With 40 seconds left on the clock, Smooya already in the lower bomb site, needs to deliver on this MP9 as they're coming towards him. Mir, another headshot, and Smooya couldn't get anything done. So Tabs in the next, they've got such important weapons that they can't afford to throw away. They come in with just Eagles, and they still make it work. So I think this one's just more on the fact that Team Spirit have so many strong individuals.
I'm not actually a fan of him breaking the windows there because it provides them a route to push in if they want to. But next comes in. Oh, Smooya's being caught out in the open, though. He's going to be shot at from Garage, and that's frustrating as Magix wins out that duel. But quite a lot of damage done to Chopper as the tag was landed. This could be set up well enough for Big to close out the round. But it is relying very heavily on these pistols to do some damage.
Still 4v4, 40 seconds. Samda Young. Contact through the door, catches Tizian, headshot has been landed, and Tizian was just so scared there. He got caught with a nade in his hand and desperately tried to run away from that situation, but Samda Young was quick enough to land the shots and drop him. 30 seconds, Samda Young looks to line them up, but Santeres gets a kill on the Deagle and starts to fall away. Next, picking up one on the Deagle as well. This is looking good. Next with 3 huge 1Ds and a brilliant 4K overall.
They have indeed, and look at this, just rushing towards ramp. IGL Dinko's right again, as Zantares finds 1 in a second on the headshot. And Team Spirit on the back of that go, maybe we won't push that smoke. We won't test Zantares and see how many he can pick up.
I mean, I like the idea from Team Spirit because they know that that's been a weakness for Big earlier on, right? Zantares wasn't able to hold quite a bit, so they see that weakness in ramp and wonder if they can exploit it, but instead are just met with a brick wall. Zantares this time is ready for it and finds himself 2 headshots. Taps and holds towards that side, and their plan B is out the window. There's a player in to the left, just beyond this door. Smooya, just waiting for them to come around that corner. Smoke up into his face. He will start to spam through. Magix is pretty low. And he comes through and finishes him off. So perfect from Next. It's all on Samda Young. Left into a 1 versus 5. And with that near getting the kill, they know there was presence there. So they know the possibility, if you're in a 2v5, that you're going to be playing together, so they should be aware that the general positioning of Samda Young is in towards the lobby, but now it's confirmed. Pete comes through.
35 seconds, bomb in his hands, on his back rather. He's not rushing out with the bomb in his hands, but he might as well. He ran into an AWP, Thompson dispatched him either way, and put a 12th on the board for Big. They are fighting hard to get to Mirage.
No helmet involved in this. So, flash up. Tabson wants to get aggressive. He's pushed up behind the red container. And this could certainly be a position that delivers a lot of rewards for Tabson, but he needs to be careful he doesn't get caught off by the player about to push through the smoke, and instead, it's the player from top Marshmallow who takes his head off.
Nice shot to return it, though, by Smooya. As Idis Balance falls, he tries to take the head peek angle, but it doesn't work out at all. Mur eliminating him and putting it into a man advantage now for the decoing team. Zantara is playing with fire by continuing to peek these deagles on outside.
Still available in the hands of very solid players, Tizian and Zantares. Can they pick up the shots? Tizian's going to fall. Chopper with the AWP able to pick it up, and now it's all on Zantares. And they know exactly where he is. He'll deal with a sniper. Chopper drop, but both of the players left on the T side now have picked up rifles. Tap from Zantares is accurate. The headshot is in, but still the 1v1. 4 HP to his name, and a Turkish aim star pulls it off. Zantares gets 13 for Big. A huge clutch. He has been dormant, but the beast is awake.
Had it even have landed, but too deep, too shallow, anything, and ticked him once, he would be dead by now. A beautiful clutch to come through. You could just see the confidence. He knew we cannot give this round to Spirit. And beautifully handled.
He plays it really well.
He's got a smoke in his hand, watching the pixel of the doorway. Comes out, though, just to make sure they're not already down. Finds one, looking for more, and there's the headshot. Zantares, he seems to warm up towards the end of the maps, as he certainly is here. 13 on the board for Big, and they're looking for a 14th with a 3-man advantage.
It is certainly true that Zantares took some time on Dust 2 to get involved. But this is a great showing from him. Mir left alone 1v5. He won't pick up the first kill. Second attempt, not landing. At this point, Big should have limited him rather simply, and Tabson confirms. 14-9. He will be the first point of contact if anybody comes this way. They're going to have to deal with him, and he has been playing really well, but Chopper is coming towards him and might just have... Oh no, he spotted him on the ladder. Chopper sprays away. Next, a little bit unaware that they could be there, but luckily Tabson is available for the trade.
And Team Spirit react by going straight down into Secret. Centaurus again with that pixel angle, drops the smoke as soon as he sees them and holds for the rush to come on through. This is bad now for Spirit. They know that they can't really push down through Secret until that smoke fades, but they'll wait for Idis Balance, group up and make the push together. The rifle now here to help them out, but the molly going through a little late.
Yeah, another timing that's catching Xanterra's off. He swings open the single door, goes back and finds a player coming through the double, and that's the bomb. A big player to find, especially with 10 seconds left. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to a third map. It's all in Idis Balance. No time to win it, and Big get it done. 16-10. A huge performance from pretty much everyone on this team. That does a little bit of damage, only 4 HP. Nothing to write home about at this point. Mir spotted the player up in the window, but finally first blood is drawn. It's Magix and Idis Balance opening things up with Magix finding another, and this guy had an incredible performance on Dust 2. If things are the way Maniac predicts, and it does turn out to be more like Dust 2, well, that's a scary sign for Big, because Magix was on another level. Bomb planted, Team Spirit enter the A-bomb site, and well, it's only on Smooya doing his best, but he cannot get anything done. It's going to be Team Spirit with the pistol pickup. Round 1 goes their way. Next, instead, assumes control deep in towards the apartments. Smooya, aggression in towards mid is the name of the game, and he wants to try and prevent this run boost. Edging around the corner, he might just go for the top of his scope if they go quickly. And oh no, Smooya caught off guard. The timing just did not favor him at all. It's very difficult to deal with, especially on the AWP. And well, the utility being used up in towards middle, the smoke to the window, flash down in towards short. This is certainly looking good at the minute for Team Spirit. It's on to Big to make the play.
Take a look over towards Tabson. He's playing super passive in the window. As the smoke starts to fade, he goes in for a peek and sees that middle control doesn't go to Team Spirit. Now, this is important for him. The player that's over towards the B bomb site next can feel at least a little bit more comfortable, and it prompts Tizian to nade down on the ramp. Unfortunately, not finding anything. Mur could have been killed by it, but it would have to be 10 seconds later. 34 seconds, Tizian in a very aggressive position. I don't think this is going to be expected with only 3 players left, but he's been spotted at this point, baited out by the shoulder peek, and quickly dealt with. Now a 2 versus 4, but the bomb's still not planted with 20 seconds. It could get a little bit risky with Nex's position. Unlikely, though. I imagine they're going to be checking this.
15 seconds. Pushing onto the site, finally getting the bomb planted. Next doesn't swing wide. He doesn't commit to it. Big realize winning this round is going to be so difficult.
As the timer ticks over, it's 4. I hope Mur is far enough away. I think he is, yeah. Over towards the T-spawn, safe and sound. So 4 weapons carried forward for giving over a 5-0 lead isn't terrible, considering they'll be able to buy in the next. That's a very nice opening duel for Smooya to find, though.
Yeah, good aggression towards Palace. They have backup as well, so if Smooya was to fall, the trade potential was there from Big. This is a much better approach, just dropping off using tickets. And Terra spots the players coming out of Palace. Now Tizian has been called in the action. He manages 2 kills so far, but it's a chance to get more. He stays alive at the back of the triple and heads on top of the trash can to reload.
Safely tucked away at the moment. Smoke goes down for Team Spirit. Bomb on the site. It can be retrieved. Safely enough by Sundai Young. Pops a flash just to make sure. Actually not grabbing the bomb. Swinging out to try and force a frag. As Tabson was just tucked away off the angle. And 13 seconds left and the bomb left on the site. I don't think this is going to be a win for Spirit. And they don't either. They've conceded it. And this will allow Big to run forward and pick up some weapons. With the 2 deagles they've got in hand, there's 2 weapons to be retrieved.
Yep. That is a pretty successful mid-take from Team Spirit. Now they can decide where they want to go off the back of this. So the bomb has been picked up, and they're heading in towards B. Tabson will be the first man to draw blood, but Mir is again there to trade it back.
They had to use a Molotov because they're out of smokes, with the exception of Sundai Young, but the players in middle didn't have smokes, so Molly used the smoke to try and cross over on short. They lose 1 player, but traded back, now moving into the side itself. Nexus isolated, the teammates on the way, but he doesn't even need them. 2 kills on the board as Mur falls. It's Idis Balance in a 1v4, and he can't get anything done.
To see more of him, he's got to pick up this map win, and Big are not going to make that easy whatsoever. Smooya in towards the connector, but it's a fast play from Idis Balance right through the smoke. Smooya couldn't quite see that one coming. He has stopped. An early advantage here for Team Spirit.
They're not taking mid control in the back of it, though. You can see they immediately fell back, waiting for the refrags to come out. Tabson attempts it. Idis Balance is able to drop him quite quickly. And indeed, he disbalances everything. with a two-man advantage now. Things are not looking fair for Big at all as Tizian falls on the aggression through ramp, and it was needed. Someone had to push to try and figure out a little bit of information, but unfortunately, Magix has just been a pain in the side of all the A players, lurking out there every time that his teammates are taking the mid or B control. He's happy to just sit back and wait for a mistake to be made, punishing it time and time again. As big of a two-man stack towards the B bomb side, Spirit of no read on this, running into the stack, running into the only two remaining players. It's a small chance for Big, but one that I'm sure they'll take.
Well, Zantera's headshot. Oh, can't get a multi-kill, but Nex is going to sit back in the market. Going through, Team Spirit will start to clear, and Nex has so much work to do, and some may say too much. Amir will finish him off. Team Spirit, good final executing towards the B-bomb site.
Zantara's up behind the smoke, hasn't spotted anyone just yet. Molly goes down, no one heard over towards the chair. Zantara's is going to be pushed on as soon as this smoke dissipates. He's got a nade in hand, lobs it a little bit too deep, and Smooya falls. Zantara's up behind the smoke, might not be known to be here as they took Smooya down, but never mind. They clear it anyways, with Tizian going after just one. Good spacing for Chopper to find the kill immediately afterwards. And into a 3 versus 2, despite Tabson's frag, the bomb has gone down. Spirit have got the advantage. Players in CT and Palace on the side itself. What can Big do as they move on forward? They've got to hope these duels are immediately connected.
Well, Tabson is up on top of the stairs. No one's head showing yet. He will get info that there isn't one in Palace, but the peak from Magix is strong. Tabson dealt with. Now it's only Nex again, and I just do not envy him in these positions. There's literally no chance going into them. The Magix will drop him. A good performance from the youngster who is
more aggressive mid, and presumably to A with Sumdayoung currently coming through underpass.
That's what they were looking for, that opening pick in towards the connector. Now this opens up so many options for them. One player can fall back and retrieve the bomb, and they can start to seize their opportunities. Re-smoke up into mid. There's still time to play with here on the T side as well. They haven't quite dealt with a short player in terms of Tabson. They're going to have to try and deal with him, or he will deal with them. Push comes through. Tabson with the headshot. 4v4 again. Top smoke towards connector is faded, but still Smooya grabs one. I disbalance, trades back immediately. That was so quick from Smooya to be able to get that kill. Thought for sure he was falling before he managed to rattle the shot off, but that is quick. And Tizian on the flank. Oh, this is perfect. Shot comes in from Midas Balance. He was in the ramp and they had no idea that Tizian was still there. Tabson with a great kill, and it's all on Mir in a 1v3, and he is stopped. Tabson gets it done. 4 on the board. Big will pick it up.
From it, Spirit now moving forward with a lot of momentum, not going into the default and playing it slow, but a straight rush on B. Smoke immediately down to block the molly.
This is just a quick play, a classic play from Team Spirit as they find the 2 openings immediately, and Big cannot hold on. Zantara is looking to do his best work, but the Molotov forces them away, and I think that's enough to slap them away from the site and force them to save their weapons. What a call from Team Spirit, so perfectly executed as well.
If you're losing one of these 3. The bomb explodes. Everybody on the CT side is far enough away that they're safe.
Well, they're coming right in towards this crosshair. This could be perfect for Smooya. He gets the chance, the easy kill as well, and he's not going to fall off the angle. That's the expected play, right? You're expecting to take the 1 and fall away, but instead he stays up. Zantara's aggression in towards middle. It's not exactly needed, but he has backup from his teammates. He's already fully committed to it. 1 kill in towards the underpass for Tabson. Zantara sees the run boost and gets both of them. Big are going to end this half ahead. It's only Magix left, and it's a matter of time before Big topple him as well, surely. Only the Galil, no utility. And Big have just been much, much better in these recent rounds. Flash up in the air as well. Magix blind. He's collected the first kill. He wants a little more, and he's got a second. All right, Molotov coming in towards him, nearly a third, but Big will end the half ahead. Another close one, another 8-7.
Pushing onto the A side, hoping to drag the window player out, and indeed they do. Idas Balance now caught behind the smokes, and the mid players can come up behind and reap the rewards.
Well, Tabson has a nade ready to go in towards CT, launching it through. Magix will pick up his head. And we're into a 3v5. 2-man advantage available for Team Spirit. Zantara's making his way through with the clock close to Idas Balance, but they're going to run right into the brick wall. Idas Balance, a marksman inside of the jungle. Smooya with a headshot gets rid of him, and it will be a 2v4 with Magix just up on top of the ticket box. Shot from Nex. What the hell is that? That is clean from Nex. 2 headshots coming through, and he wants a little bit more. He'll head back towards Sandwich. I'll be looking for this pickup, but Not exactly presenting itself just yet. 2v2, the bomb making its way in towards B, and Chopper was ready for it. He spots Smooya across, and now Smooya realizes he cannot just commit to the plant. There's a player watching this. Instead, he's going to leave B and go right back in towards the A bomb site. And Team Spirit, they'll soon realize they've been absolutely bamboozled, and Smooya's going to get that bomb plant through.
The rotate attempt, just like this, came through on Dust 2, but it took about 30 seconds longer, so it didn't quite work. This time, though, bomb planted, and they can even exit the site safely without anyone from Spirit having an angle. Time ticks away. Spirit move in. He's got to wait for Chopper to make his way through. No armor on Chopper, but low HP on Nyx. These are little trade-offs that you make. They move on forward, steps being heard. Great flash comes through, but unfortunately it blinded Magix for a second. He finds his third kill. Smooya goes out, can't find the heads.
Well, Smooya just tapping through, looking for it. The defuse is coming in through the smoke, and Smooya cannot get it done. So close. Big shots coming through from Nyx. Actually, a boost coming in to see if they can catch this short player off. Somebody won't be able to assist his teammate, so the flash comes over the top, and Mir will take the kill on towards Tabson. Opening kill is in favor of Team Spirit, and it might just be a follow-up. This is not going so well for Big.
Losing too early on is never going to look like a solid move. As they move in through the apartments, Dizzyin's all alone. 2 players on mid going to try to come through short. There's still a lot of CTs to worry about, but no one that actually has an angle on this just yet. Magix has got an AUG down towards Ticket, but he's not peeking it. Playing very passive. Young falls to Xantares. Now we can start to move on forward. Up through short we go.
Mir just holding on, waiting for the round at the corner. It's going to be 1 kill coming in from Xantares. The follow-up is in from Smooya, and this is well recovered from Big. A round that was looking awful for them has been turned on its head, and now it's only Magix. He's got a gap in the smoke to play with, but he needs to seize this opportunity. They will not see him if he crosses out and towards the right, because they're already on the left side of the bomb site. 1 player on bench in the apartments. He spots one. He takes the headshot, but immediately traded by Smooya.
Tapson was just taking a look up there with 3 players in his vision if that smoke wasn't in play.
Oh. See, this is the type of aggression I love seeing out of Team Spirit. Balance sees that there's no action on towards B, so he sees how far he can go. He holds in the apartments and waits for someone from Big to turn up, and eventually they do. Tabson manages 1 kill. Lucky the smoke was still up, because he was going to die very quickly to Sumdai Young. The MAC-10 will get the frag anyway, and the advantage will still side with Team Spirit. That's all thanks to this man on your screen to find that opening for Team Spirit. And looks for more. He's hungry for it, but not landing. Instead, he's going to take damage and has to rely instead on his teammate, who is playing from Get Right.
Smooya getting naded. It's 50 HP taken off the Opera, but nice shot by Nyx. He's found out there's a player on the site, and there's one in Kitchen. Smooya has all the information to work with, but can't get the shots to land. Spirit on a 10th.
Need to post one here on the board. It's a fast play up middle. Aggression certainly coming through. They're playing anti-flash, but they were not ready for the amount of flashes that Big are throwing at them. Wow, so many. And Tabson eventually will get one. Xantares gets a flash assist. Mir trading back. Shot lands from Balance, but it's not death. That nade might seal the deal, though, onto Smooya. And indeed it will. Oh my god, so quick to get the shot off, but it's not the kill. It is not enough damage to be lethal. Instead, they're stepping up. The rest of Team Spirit finding it easy to hold on.
Nice deep nade by Chopper. Very little damage done on the back of it, though. Mir has to hold this down as they push short.
Oh, the lineup. He nearly gets 2 kills. He does so much damage onto the second as Chopper backing him up, but he's overrun. Tizian manages 1, but it's not enough. Again, Big will crumble. Map and series point for Team Spirit, and the money is gone on Big.
To bring it to an overtime, they need 5 in a row. It starts here, and up close to Sumdai Young. A great flash!
Well, Tabson manages the opening. Still in it Big. 1 minute and 5 seconds. Magix, he's been stellar so far for the team, but he looks away at the wrong time. And Tabson is delivering. Mir spotted as well by Nyx. And it's not over. Balance and Chopper in a 2v5. Big, they muster what looks like a round win, but it's still doable for Chopper. We've seen him pull off the impossible earlier on, and well, this time he'll be stopped by Xantares. It's all in Balance. When they're up against the ropes, Big are doing good work. Balance caught, and a clean round win from Big. He also has backups. It certainly looks like Big want to go for this A split. Chopper relocates back in towards the connector area. Smoke lands up on top. Corner separates Xantares from his teammate, but he still manages to pull away. 1 kill. Next drops Magix, but still, it's going well for Big. Sumdai Young under the wood unchecked, and this might be a problem. He manages 1, but only 1. And now it's Mir, a 1v3, and he's stopped by Smooya. 15-14, and Big Santero's up top con. This has been a position where he's been so impactful from before, but it's Chopper that draws first blood. It's Tizian who will fall over towards B. That causes a bit of a rotation, but the push is still coming in towards the A bomb site. Big still want to finish here, and Magix will start to get that info. And Molotov forces him away from his position and taps and swings. Good kill in towards CT. Can he find another one? No, Magix is strong, and he finds himself a kill on the MP9. But Big, they still have the bomb site. They get the plant, but the problem is Team Spirit have the advantage. They've got the man to the goon, and they try and come in for this retake. Next holds the angle on CT. He needs to deliver shot after shot. He manages one, but it's not enough. Smooya stepping up with a kill on Tamir. It's back into a 2v2, but Chopper, the huge flank, they weren't ready for it. And Smooya has fallen. It's all onto Santeros to save Big in the tournament, to bring us to overtime and keep them alive. The defuse is coming through. They're sticking it. Santeros has not peaked. Eventually he will. He'll find a headshot off the bomb. Now a 1v1. Just one bullet required. On towards Chopper. One bullet is all he needs. But Chopper, he found the kill. And Team Spirit, they haven't got enough time. It's overtime. And we're going the distance and a little bit more.
Big recovering it from what looked like a terrible position, an unrecoverable one, but they have done it.
Is a long one. Strap yourself in because this isn't ending anytime soon. These two teams are going at each other. They do not want to leave this tournament behind. Both teams certainly deserve to move forward and to stay alive. Chopper fixed, but it's not enough time to get it done. And Santeros so close. You can see just the shock and the reaction is so delayed.
Not getting off to a slower start.
Yeah, well, Santeros is straight out. He won the round in the last one, but he delivers again with the opening kill. Balance able to find one back, and Smooya doing decent work himself. 3v4, man advantage. Good kill from here. That'll pull it right back, and we're even again. Santeros needed force back as the smoke will land in CT. A flash going through, and Young is just sitting in behind it. Oh no, Santeros burns in the Molotov. And that gives Team Spirit the huge advantage because the bomb hasn't even been planted yet. So this is certainly looking like Team Spirit are in the driver's seat of overtime round number 1, and that's the bomb. That should confirm.
A faster play from Big. It worked out at the very beginning. Now 1v3 for Next goes out. Can't find it. Murd immediately dispatches him.
Frustrations will be Smooya trying to move forward, but Young will get rid of him. Magix domed by Tabson, who takes matters into his own hands. He heads in towards the A bomb site. Young with a crucial headshot on towards Next. Keeps the advantage afloat for Team Spirit. Smoke lands on the Molotov, and that'll allow the Balance to push forward. He gets a chance on towards Tizian. He will take his opportunity. His one shot. And the bomb is tapped, but it's not fully committed. Chopper rattles the shots and spots Santero's drop. But Tabson's coming forward, and that's the bomb given over to the CT side. Santero's now alone, 1v4. It's going to be a flawless half from Team Spirit here in overtime number 1. There's strike on towards top Tetris, but he needs to be careful he doesn't get caught out of position. And when he is out of position at the minute, the flash is coming through. He stops Magix. He's been unbelievable. And another headshot added to his tally. Smooya sits back. Santeros with a great kill, but it's not enough yet. Big have to back in behind the smokes, follow up in, but Spirit, there's a huge gap in that. Young catches Smooya trying to be cheeky, but it's not going to work. Tabson and Santeros 2v4, and it's looking likely Team Spirit will be eliminating Big from this tournament, unless Tabson and Santeros can pull off the impossible. The 2v4 retake. It's been a long, difficult process, but it certainly looks like the CIS team will be coming out on top. Santeros moves forward, Mir will hit the headshot, and Tabson alone. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. 19-15, the final map goes in favor of Team Spirit. They win the series 2-1, and they will progress in this tournament.
What a fantastic showing from Spirit on a map like this. Having your team so close-knit is exactly what you want to see. A well-handled CT side. They always seem to have the information when it came to regulation. Here in overtime, we barely got to see what they had.
I mean, that was a decent performance, though, from Big. You have to say.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a